I spent a lifetime running, fearing what I'd become if I stopped playing goalie on all of my thoughts, speaking out straight from my heart. But now I see, oh, I see this love is taking over, breaking through my chest and overflowing with every single beat. It pulls me closer, closer to you. I'm never gonna hold back, being someone to lean on. I'll always be that 2 a.m. phone call when you need one. When everything in life is getting harder to shoulder, I'll be your soldier. My heart's been ripping wide open, 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 wide open. My heart's been ripping wide open, 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 wide open. No words enough to show it. Now my whole world's in motion. I feel like February in my neighborhood. Call me and I will make sure to set you free, to set you free. Oh, I see this love is taking over, breaking through my chest and overflowing with every single beat.
Welcome to Gqeberha. It is day 5 of the SA Swimming Championships here in Nelson Mandela Bay in Newton Park Swimming Arena. It really has been a terrific event. The penultimate day of action. This morning we held the heats, and now we see who will emerge victorious in the finals. This is the business end of the competition. Yeah, having a look back at some of the highlights of today's action, really has been some superb swimming from the competitors as they chase those Olympic and Paralympic dreams and attempt to book their tickets for Tokyo. Looking back at competitors that have done so already: Chad Leclos, Ethan Dupree, Tatiana Schumacher and Kayleen Corbett, all doing the business. As for the Paralympians, Christian Sadi, Kat Swanepoel, Alani Ferreira, Cornell Leach and Hendrik van der Merwe also confirming that they will be on their way to Japan. Who will be joining them this evening? I tell you what, there has been some incredible performances, one of which took place last night. It was the final event of the evening, the women's 4x100 meter relay, and the team of Mida, Gallagher, Kenny and Chilia smashing the African record in a time of 3:40.29, and in doing so also confirming that they can head over to Tokyo. So what will tonight have in store for us? Well, let's have a look. Kicking off with the women's and men's 100 butterfly. We then move over to Paralympic qualification with a 200 IM in those respective categories. At the women's and men's 100 breaststroke. Watch out for another possible record on offer, with Tatiana Schumacher taking it on, as will Kayleen Corbett. And then we move over to women's and men's 4x200 freestyle relay. Oh, I'm excited. A short program tonight, not the longest, and the distances are fairly short themselves, but make no mistake, it's short but absolutely action-packed as the officials make their way outside to pool deck. They have been tremendous, have the volunteers and the officials. Big thank you to Anton, who's done a superb job in running a very, very tight ship. A lot of the volunteers are parents of the respective swimmers. It's amazing how they give up their time and their efforts to make sure that this event goes swimmingly, excuse the pun. Well done to all those involved. And yeah, big thank you to the city of Gqeberha. Big thank you to the various sponsors: Rand Water, Swimming South Africa, the Department of Sport and Recreation, Arena, Sascot National Lotteries Commission, all getting involved in making this event a tremendous success. Hard to believe that we've only got one more day of action tomorrow. Sad in a way, because it really has been thoroughly entertaining. So the referees confirming their participation. They'll be large and in charge here at Newton Park Swimming Arena this beautiful Sunday evening in the Bay. Tell you what, it was so tough sitting on the balcony this afternoon from our hotel at City and Town Lodge overlooking Hobie Beach in Summer Strand. Beautiful day, and unfortunately because of COVID regulations we can't leave our hotel, so all the swimmers looking longingly at the beach with all the beachgoers. Would have done anything to be down there with them. Weren't allowed to, but they will be in the water shortly anyway, so it's not as if they will be missing out completely. And once the COVID regulations are over, they can go and swim to their heart's content. But right now, it's all about doing the business in the pool, not the beach, as we kick things off in the women's 100-meter butterfly. It is the B final. Zoe Phillips, Donata Katai, Carly Antonopoulos, Tasman Robson, Marine Nokia, Michaela de Villiers. And we've got Van der Westhuizen from Zimbabwe. Confirmation of that lineup. And in they go. Good start in lane 2 from Donata Katai from Zimbabwe. Tasman Robson making her presence felt. A good start from Antonopoulos as well. We saw Antonopoulos cruising yesterday. Very good performances from her so far in the competition. Antonopoulos going along strong. Robson looking good too. Donata Katai edging ahead of Zoe Phillips. Van der Westhuizen over in lane 8. No slouch either as they get to the turn. Who's going to make it first? Jeez, it looks like Donata Katai gets in front. Only just. Marine Nokia looking strong too. It is Donata Katai first to the wall. That's in lane 2. So flying the flag for Zimbabwe. As I say that, Antonopoulos going ahead of her over in lane 3. Tasman Robson looking strong as well. This is going to be a very tight finish with a host of competitors in with a chance of getting the win. Zoe Phillips as well out in lane 1. Possible burner here. Zoe Phillips, and it's Tasman Robson. Between the two of them, who's going to get there first? Let's see. It is Zoe Phillips getting second position, and I think it was Tasman Robson with the victory. Wow, a victory in lane 5 for Tasman Robson, just ahead of Zoe Phillips out in lane 1. So the two Tuks competitors getting a 1-2 finish. Very impressive start to the finals this evening. Confirmation there, Zoe Phillips. And in fact, it was Donata Katai. No, it was not. Donata Katai finishing in P7. There we go. Just recorrected itself. Tasman Robson, Zoe Phillips, and Van der Westhuizen, the top 3. Lovely effort from the ladies in this, the B final of the women's 100 butterfly. It's going to be exciting, I tell you what. Moving over to the A final. Erin Gallagher, we chatted to her a little earlier today. Straight after her heats, she cruised into the final. And she was speaking about how COVID really had a huge impact on her over the last couple of months. So much so, after contracting it, she could barely walk down the street. She didn't know if she'd be able to compete again to the levels that she was used to. And thankfully, she managed to recover. And yeah, she's going strong. She'll be in action in a minute or two's time. Standing in her way, Opperman, Baptiste, Gutsia, Lovemore, Rousseau, Hearn, and Habst. There they all are. It's going to be a biggie. Whoa. You can cut the tension with a knife here at Newton Park Swimming Arena in Gqeberha. One of the marquee events, the women's 100 butterfly. It's a fast and furious race. Tokyo qualifying time, 57.92. Looking at the seeding times, Taylor Lovemore and Erin Gallagher are dead center in terms of their qualifying time, 1 minute 0.72. So the Tokyo qualifying time very much you would suspect out of reach for the competitors taking part in this A final. That being said, anything certainly can happen, and as Murray Walker used to say, and it usually does. Right, the second and final about to take to the water, the women's 100-meter butterfly. Opperman, Baptiste, Coetzee, Gallagher, Lovemore, Rousseau, Hearn, and Habst. Gallagher in 4, Lovemore in 5. Identical prelim times. And away they go. Little to choose between the swimmers so far. Good start for Gallagher and Lovemore. Gallagher already starting to take control of proceedings over in lane 4. Lovemore hot on her heels in lane 5. The two of them going very strong. Their prelim times a good second or so quicker than the rest. But look at Gallagher go in lane 4. She'll be first to turn. Doing so in double quick time, 27.19. Followed by Janae Coetzee over in lane 3. And Lovemore on her inside. Listen to the crowd cheering them on. Erin Gallagher in lane 4, looking strong. Ahead of Coetzee and Lovemore. Lovemore mounting a bit of a comeback. So is Coetzee. Erin Gallagher looking very strong. You can hear the crowd cheering them on. Erin Gallagher, recently recovered from COVID. Janae Coetzee right there. But it is Erin Gallagher who gets the victory, 5.9.64 ahead of Janae Coetzee, 5.997. And Taylor Lovemore rounding off the top 3, 1 minute 0.36. An astounding effort, hugs all round amongst them. Look at the cheers of joy. Oh, they are happy. Janae Coetzee very, very happy for Erin Gallagher. Erin Gallagher getting that time, 5.9.64. That was a superb swim. Erin Gallagher owning the SA and Africa record of 5.7.67. Unfortunately, falling just short of that, but a tremendous swim nonetheless. Wow. Confirmation of some of those times. You can see Erin Gallagher with that P1 next to her name, 5.9.64. Janae Coetzee, P2, 5.9.97, and Taylor Lovemore was in third position with 1 minute 0.36. The women's 100 fly done and dusted, and what an event it was. Right, joining me now as we head over to the men's 100 butterfly, we've got Doug Erasmus. He won't be competing tonight. You back in the water tomorrow, Doug?
I am. It's been a 4-day holiday for me, but I'm quite excited to get back.
And what a holiday. I say what a holiday it's been, but I was talking a little earlier about how tough it was. We were on the balcony this afternoon looking over the bay here in Gqeberha, and you can almost touch the sea, but unfortunately we can't go into the sea. Beautiful view, stunning weather. And we've just got to be staying in our hotel, unfortunately.
100%. I mean, it's right there, but I think we just take in the view and just use it to our benefit.
Yeah, that being said, though, I mean, it sounds as if we're in a prison. That's completely the opposite of what's been the case. The folks over at City and Town Lodge have been absolutely brilliant in accommodating us. Every single person involved in this event has been staying there. No outsiders. It's been a brilliant bio bubble. And yeah, they've really looked after us.
I think it's been great. Like, you know, they have to take these precautions, you know, to try to keep us as safe as possible. So I think especially Anton Jordan and the team have really gone out of their way to make sure it runs as smooth as possible and, you know, give the swimmer the benefit. You know, just qualifying a meet, you want to perform at your best. So I think they've really done really well to give us the best shot that we can get.
Tell us about the event that you'll be taking part in tomorrow.
So tomorrow I'm up for the Splash and Dash, the 50 freestyle.
Whoa. Jeez, and how the nerves? You confident getting into it?
It's there's no nerves. It's a bit of a different meet for me. So you know, I'm just going out here to have fun, and whatever happens, happens. So
why do you say a bit of a different meet for you?
You know, like I think being an older person, the COVID has definitely taken its toll on me. You know, being out the water for so long and stuff. So getting back into it's been very slow.
Okay.
But yeah, tonight we got some really good races. Looking forward to these 100 flies.
Yeah, well, the B final about to take to the water. We've got Ndebele, Bosch, Haddon, Brooks, Hardigan, Platner, Jimmy, and Bowes. Who do you reckon's going to be flying here?
I think you know, Guy Brooks is having a really good meet. So like I think he's got the speed, he's got the stamina. You know, Ross. And Benjamin, they're the 200 fly swimmers. They'll be coming back hard.
Let's have a look. And away they go. Watch out for Guy Brooks over in lane 4. Hardigan in lane 5. And Ndebele had a very good swim this morning, one of his best ones yet. But it is Guy Brooks going out fast. Hardigan right on his outside. And Haddon also very impressive so far in this event. But over in lane 4 it is Guy Brooks looking very strong. Just outside him, Ross Hardigan. And we do have Haddon next to him. But Guy Brooks will get there first. Only just, in fact, over in lane 8, Bowes going along very nicely. So at the moment, it's Guy Brooks up against Bowes. That's a bit of a turn up for the books. Look at Bowes go as they continue to power on. Guy Brooks, Ross Hardigan, Bowes. Who's going to make it through? The times are very tight. This is going to be an exceptional finish as Guy Brooks continues to cruise. He's actually opened up half a body length ahead of the pack. Guy Brooks looks like he's going to take this comfortably, and that is indeed the case. Who's going to grab second? I think over in lane 5 it was Ross Hardigan. Let's have a confirmation. I think Ross Hardigan just got in there.
Yeah,
Guy Brooks, you called it. What a race.
Yeah, look, he went out 25.5, so it's very comfortable. And he came back under 30 seconds, and that's a big PB for him. I think he swam a massive PB this morning, and now he's taken nearly a second off again. So really good swim.
54.32 for Guy Brooks. Ross Hardigan, 55.41. And Simon Haddon rounding off the top 3, 55.95. Very impressive from all three men. Guy Brooks swimming out of KZN. Ross Hardigan from Tshwane. And we have Simon Haddon from the Western Cape. Tell us a bit more about your side, Doug. Where are you based now?
So at the moment I've been in Joburg. I've been training probably 4 or 5 months now out of St. Benedict's College. They've got such an amazing facility there.
Okay, we're just going to head downstairs quick to catch up with the latest performer here at the SS Swim Champs.
And we've got Erin Gallagher with us after her 100 meters butterfly. She's already had quite a hectic program, swimming relays and quite a lot of 100 freestyles. And yeah, super 100 fly there. Took it out nice and hard and paid the price a bit on the second 50. But yes, a very talented girl we've got here, and give her a few more months and she'll be back breaking her PB. So well done, Erin. How was that race?
Thank you, David. Like you said, I definitely took it out a little bit too hard. But you know, you got to throw it all on the line. Got to do what you got to do. Not too happy with the time, but you know, like you said, just got to put in more training. But I'm super proud of Danae for breaking that minute mark. That's a big milestone, and I'm super proud of her, and well done to all the girls and the rest of the race.
Erin, one of our South African girls, who's super humble and a great role model. So well done, Erin, and good luck for the 50 free and the relay tomorrow.
Thank you, David. Thank you.
Thanks very much, David Glover and Erin Gallagher. You know, I broke 100 for the first time the other day on the golf course, but that doesn't remotely come close to what Danae Coetzee managed to
It's
achieve.
the same feeling, I'm sure.
Kind of. But yeah, Danae Coetzee breaking that 1 minute mark. But Erin Gallagher, what a talent, Doug.
She's an unbelievable swimmer, like seriously unbelievable. But she puts in the hard work in the pool, so she really deserves it.
Yeah, she really does. Yeah, before she came into the picture with the interview, you were busy telling us about yourself. You're based over in Joburg?
Yeah, I've been based in Joburg for the last 4 months, and that's where I've been training out of St. Benedict's College. So yeah, I'm quite excited. The altitude is going to help me quite a bit in that 50 with no breath.
Well, here we go into, wow, this next one's going to be a big one. One of the most eagerly awaited events on the calendar. We've got the men's A final of the 100 butterfly. Peter Coetzee, Chapman, Duprier, Sates, Leclos, Ronaldson, Coetzee, and Besson. This is going to be tight.
It's really good to see the youngsters coming through, Matthew Sates and Peter Coetzee. I mean, they're both 16 and 17 years old, so it's good to see them stepping up at this meet.
Yeah, I chatted to Matthew Sates today. He almost feels guilty by being such a close competitor when he goes up against Chad Leclos, and now we are going to see the rivalry continue between these two. And away they go. Good start for Leclos. Sates just behind him. You can see that yellow cap of Sates. Leclos pulls out very fast. Very quick start there.
They need to be out around a 24 low. Chad probably try to go out under 24. Both of them will come back extremely hard. They got stamina like no other. But yeah, I'm quite excited to see where this race goes.
Okay, Matt Sates looks like he's just edged ahead. Oh, wow. Nothing to choose. 24.43, 24.48. Sates just ahead as they come for the final turn, the final lap, and it begins the countdown to the checkered flag for Matthew Sates and Chad Leclos. Who's it going to be? Will we have an outsider take it? I doubt it. It's a straight battle between these two, Sates or Leclos. Who's going to grab the win? You can see the crowd cheering them on. Sates so far just ahead, Leclos behind him. Sates, Leclos, Sates, Leclos. Who's going to get there? Sates, Leclos. Whoa, it's going to be tight.
Matthew Sates takes it.
No,
Chad
Leclos takes it. 52.13, just ahead of Sates. 52.15.
2 split seconds.
Dougie Rasmus,
you can't get closer.
That was unbelievable. 52.13, 52.15. Chad Leclos grabs the victory again. That was amazing.
It was unbelievable. I mean, you know, I think the finish comes down to experience, and Chad's got a lot of that.
Yeah, 52.15 for Sates, 52.13 for Leclos. And you can hardly get closer than that result.
Yeah.
And we saw Sates edge Leclos a couple of days ago, and we had Chad sitting right where you are yesterday, and he said, look, he was very happy for Sates, but it hurt. He loves to win, obviously.
Yeah.
And yeah, he just hit back once again. He may be a veteran when it comes to swimming. He's certainly not a veteran in life. But look at this replay. Sates, powerful stuff, and Leclos just edging him at the death.
Yeah, it was actually so close. I thought Matt had taken it because of the board. It popped up first. But, you know, I don't think either of them like to lose. So I think it's a great rivalry that they have between each other in the water. And out the water, you know, Chad is such a role model to Chad and constantly helping Matt and, you know, helping him improve. So I think looking at the future of our swimming in SA, we've got some really good guys to look out for.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, and I'll go look back, but when they reached the turn, I think Saints was 0.02 of a second faster.
And yeah, 0.04.
Oh, it was 0.04.
0.04, yeah.
And then Chad managed to close that gap on the return, obviously, and then beat him by 0.02.
Yeah, and you know, you're looking at somebody, Chad Leclos, who's got one of the best backends, you know, in the history of swimming. So I think, you know, there's Chad with Ethan. Ethan also just swam a huge PB. He went 53.2. I mean, the thing is, he's never broken 54. So he's also been working a lot with Chad. So it's really great to see Chad really helping these youngsters come through and seeing results.
Yeah, man, it really has been great. Gee, what a race. Tell you what, I mean, I see comments coming through on the broadcast. Nail-biting finish. It really does not get closer than what we just witnessed now. And it's amazing. We look back to that performance in 2012 when Leclerc beat Michael Phelps and he beat him on the touch. A similar position this time around?
Very, very similar. You got to time that finish perfect. I actually think Matt had a bit of a glide in where Chad was almost perfect to the wall. And like I said, that's experience. You got to plan that 15, 10 meters out. You can't plan it when you're at the wall.
Yeah, and taking nothing away from Matthew Sates, I mean, the guy is extremely young. We're talking about a bloke who is 17 years of age. Chad is unbelievably 11 years his senior. And, I mean, Doug, you just reached your 30s now. How big a role impact does that make, age-wise? I mean, 11 years difference there. You said that you're one of the older guys around.
Yeah, I'm the grandpa of the swimming meet here.
Do you feel it with the youngsters? I mean, can they just recover quicker? They just quick out the blocks, or what is it?
You know, I don't think it's about being quicker off the blocks or anything, but 100% recovery rate is a lot slower. That's for sure. But you know what, we've got such a nice group of swimmers coming through, you know, and everybody's friendly, everybody's, you know, they're wanting to learn, they're wanting to chat, you know, so I don't feel old being around there, you know. Only once I race, then after the race, I'm like, okay, I need to recover, you know. But we got a great medical team back at the hotel, so it's really helping me quite a bit. But yeah, I don't think that age is a factor. I mean, the Olympic champion in the 50 freestyle was 36 in the 2016 games. So we just take it as it comes, I guess.
Well, Doug, it's been great having you on board. Best of luck come tomorrow. We'll be rooting for you.
Appreciate it.
As well as many others. But let's begin. And here we have Kat Swanepoel going into the water. Doug Erasmus, thank you so much for joining us. Really, really great having you on board. As we move over to this Kat Swanepoel, we've been speaking about how amazing she has been. And I'm bringing a man who needs no introduction back into the game. He's been the star of the show throughout this event. Theo Verstappen. Theo, how's it going?
Hi, very nice to be here again.
Yeah, great to have you on board. Kat Swanepoel, tell us a bit more about this time trial.
Okay, so Kat's category, they only swim 150 meter IM. Obviously, they start only with backstroke. They don't swim butterfly. And then obviously the following strokes is breast and free. This morning she had a phenomenal swim of 340.12, which is a SA record and unofficial, obviously world record. She'll still have to go and get her classification ratified overseas, and yeah, then that will be another world record. But I mean, what a phenomenal swim she did. I mean, the world record, she pummeled it by probably about 30 or 40 seconds.
Jeez.
So. She just annihilated that record.
Yeah, she has undoubtedly been one of the stars of the event. And just a little bit about her disability. I mean, it wasn't as if she had to deal with this from birth. This only came midway through her studies. And it amazes me every time I chat to these competitors and reading their backstories. It makes their achievements even more amazing.
Absolutely. You know, she was diagnosed, like you said, during her studies, and she's an occupational therapist. And luckily for her, she could actually then shift into something where she didn't have to physically work or do heavy lifting and things like that. But you know, she's just such a strong lady, and with the way she's swimming and her dedication and just her focus is just phenomenal. So as you can see with that breaststroke now, being a little bit slow and not being able to use your legs, you can see the weight that's in front of her. So what's going to catch her now, as it did this morning, is on that turn. Because she's not getting in front of that wake, that turn is going to be very important that she doesn't swallow water. Because every single time she does that, she tends to get quite close to that. Interesting, just one more thing, is that this morning was the first time that she swam this event at any competition.
Wow.
So this is a very new event for her, and she's already doing so well, as you can see now. It's quite a big struggle. It's unlike the able-bodied swimmers that can actually swim through the wake and stay ahead of the wake. Obviously, the wake is in front of her, so that's something that her coach, Tyke Slattery, worked on all the time so that she doesn't swallow water.
And of course, another big disadvantage that she has, she can't have the kick back from the wall, so she's literally starting from a standing start, so to speak.
That's correct. Every single time she turns, it's a flat start. So like you said, like there's no push off. But you know what? She's so strong in her shoulders. You can see how she's powering this through. Just phenomenal. And so tonight will be the first time that she actually swimming this event back to back, which is like very impressive.
And the swim she did this morning, 3:40.12.
And she's going to get that time, definitely, if she can. She's got 20 seconds left, so I think this is going to be another nice big drop.
And look at her go.
And she's still looking strong, eh?
Exceptionally so. And Kat Swanepoel comes home in a time of 3:30.79. And I wish you could have seen Theo's reaction, hands up in the air. Wow.
Impressive. I mean, like, you know what, to take off that much time in one day, I mean, I'm goosebumps. I mean, like, seriously, this is scary. I just want to see what she's going to do in another year's time. You know, she, like we said, she's just getting better and better. And it's just phenomenal to see her just getting up and racing. I mean, wow.
The time today, she had 3:40, and she's just swam 3:30. She shaved off 10 seconds in one day. I mean, that's almost unheard of.
It's huge. I mean, I think I sent you the... She's tired. You can see she's tired. Shame. She's not even going to take her opportunity to do a swim down. I don't blame her. But you know, this morning I sent you that she actually... there's a SM4 that she can actually swim at. So she qualified for that. So she can swim 2 classes up. That's how fast she is. So that's impressive.
And so she just gets to choose where she wants to swim, basically, in what category?
Basically, yeah. So she can go to Paris, and if this is part of her coach's plans, she can swim this event as a SM4. She's allowed to swim up. She's not allowed to swim down.
Okay, that is amazing. So we're going to move downstairs shortly to chat to Chad Leclos, who was just involved in a nail-biting victory in the men's 100 butterfly final. So just a replay of Kat Swanepoel's effort in the water. It was in the women's 150 IM. As you heard Theo speak about, they don't do backstroke. Butterfly, apologies. They don't compete in butterfly. Yes. As we head into the next event. And it is the women's 200 IM. We have Kretsen, Marais, and Fincel competing, Theo.
Yeah, but all three of those ladies swam really well this morning. I think right across the board they had some nice PBs, so personal best times that they swam. I spoke to Paula a little bit earlier on. She was very tired this morning, but she had a good rest, and hopefully she'll be able to pull it back and get another PB.
Okay, so Kretsen competing. That's in the IM S14, S15.
That's correct.
Moving down, we've got Marais and Fincel in the S1, S13 category. And there have been some astounding swims throughout this event. I mean, we carry on speaking about how good these swimmers are. And I mean, as you saw with Kat Swanepoel just now and your reaction to it, I think we continue to be surprised by the performances that these athletes go and put out and deliver swim after swim after swim.
Absolutely. A couple of weeks ago when we had our Paralympic training camp in Joburg, I got to meet her for the very first time, and just the willingness to learn, the willingness to try harder, listening, accepting, and it was just phenomenal. You know, and I've got the utmost respect for her because she's got that work ethic that everybody needs.
Okay, so leading matters over in lane 3, Michaela Kretsen competing in the S14, S15, and she's closely followed by Katie Marais and Paula Fincel coming through now in lane 5 as they begin the breaststroke leg of this 200-meter IM. So it's one lap of each stroke, and of course they will finish on the freestyle. Good day today for you?
It's been an awesome day today. You know, every day it's been good. I mean, like we keep on getting good results, and you know, and seeing top-notch swimming obviously just makes it even more exciting. And as you can see, that the crowds are a little bit less because there's less events today, so there's a few less people, but nonetheless, I mean, the guys are still putting up some good performances.
Yeah, we are really flying through the events this evening. It's a pity because we're enjoying it so much, but it won't last too much longer. Not many events to go, but there are some nail biters still to come. Including this one. So with one lap to go, and it is freestyle, this will be the quickest of the 4, and it is Michaela Kretsen leading matters. Her prelim time 3:02.21, And yeah, that's going to be tested.
She's going to get close. I think she's still on target to get that time of 3:02.21 from this morning. So let's see. I mean, she's got 15 seconds left to make up 15 meters. So it's going to be a close one.
Here we go, 10 seconds to go. If she wants to edge that prelim time from earlier today.
She's going to get this. She might even dip under 3 minutes. It's going to be close.
Critson, oh. 3 minutes, 0.58. And yeah, she blows it away by about 2 seconds.
Amazing. Another good swim from her.
Meanwhile, coming home in lane 4, Caitlin Murray finishing just ahead of Paula van Zyl, 3:11.69, also beating her time.
Wow.
Gee, look at Paula van Zyl, 3:22.
A full 10 seconds.
Yeah, 3:22 she swam this morning, 10 seconds faster.
That is amazing. And for both those girls, they're chasing a record of 2:59 that's being held by our Paralympic gold medalist in backstroke in 2008, Shireen Sapiro. And so these girls are getting closer and closer. I mean, one of these days they'll be knocking on the door for that record.
Yeah.
Hope to be around to see that.
Wow, wow, wow. Another great set of swims completed, in that the women's 200 IM. As we move over to the men's 200 IM. So let's head downstairs quickly to join up with Chad Leclos following that incredible swim in the men's 100 fly.
And we've got Chad Leclos here with us after his 100 meters butterfly. Chad, I think you came here on a mission and you got your 2 South African titles, telling me the other night that the 200 fly was a big one for you, but I'm sure this one was as well. Well done on the double, the 100 and the 200 fly.
Thank you very much. I think, yeah, thanks to everyone for the competition. Thanks to all the officials. It was great. I think for me personally, I'm delighted to see where I'm at in the season. It's a starting point for me, and obviously going to try to get better each month. Yeah, and a shout out to all the other guys. Shout out to Matt, who's had a great meet so far. Shout out to Ethan, who qualified, Tatiana, Kayleen, Peter, who's going to hopefully qualify tomorrow. So I'm just delighted to see all the youngsters swimming really fast. And yeah, we're rooting for Matt tomorrow night at 2 IM.
Yes, there was a great article, actually, I was reading last night about your mentorship with Ethan Dupree. So thanks for all you're doing for the youth of our country, and good luck for your preparations for the Olympic Games.
Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it, Sam. Thank you.
Thank you very much, David Glover, and that interview with Chad Leclos. What a swim did Chad Leclos have earlier?
Amazing. I mean, to actually get that time of 52, I know he wanted to dip under 52 seconds to get that qualifying time, but what a hell of a good race. I mean, like, just to finish that close is amazing.
Yeah, man, congratulations to Chad Leclos. A really, really astounding effort, as you heard David mention. Getting the double in the butterfly, the 200 and the 100, certainly something that he wanted to achieve. And he's been a dominant force at this event. Of course, we expected it, but you've got young up-and-comers trying to take over that crown. Didn't quite achieve that. Chad Leclos is still the man to beat.
In butterfly, definitely so, but remember, he got beaten in that 200 freestyle, and that was an amazing race. So, and that was also by a 17-year-old.
High fives all round as we move over to the next event. It is the men's 200 IM.
Now, this is a big one. Sorry.
No, the freighters, Puts, Paulser, Moss, Sardi, and Van der Merwe. And yeah, there's been records aplenty amongst these swimmers. And we had Erin Puts join us today, as we had Christian Sardi.
Matthew Moss actually broke a South African record and a junior record this morning, so we're hoping to see that he can actually get faster.
Here we go. And away they go, the men's 200 IM, S14, S15, we've got De Freitas, Puts, and Paulser. And in S1 to S13, we've got Moss, Sardi, and Van der Merwe. Yeah, tell us a bit more about Moss.
Moss actually had a junior record and a South African Open record this morning in this race, dropping his PB by quite a bit. And it's phenomenal because he's also been only swimming for a bit, and one of his first big events that he's actually attending and getting SA records already.
Okay, leading the way over in lane 4 it is Ethan Paulser. slightly ahead of Erin Puts. Ray de Freitas out there. That's in their category. You can see that they're in lanes 2, 3, and 4. Meanwhile, in categories S1 to S13, we've got 5, 6, and 7. Moss, Sadi, and Van der Merwe competing that side. I've had a couple of chats to Christian Sadi. In fact, he's seated where you are right now. And swimming out of Stellenbosch, an inspiring guy.
Yes, absolutely. Like I said the other day, him and Coach Keith has got such a strong bond. They really work on their energies together, and what a dynamite team. I mean, it's just phenomenal.
Okay, so Ethan Paulser going along very, very nicely, closely followed by Erin Puts. I tell you what, Erin Puts' performance today was very, very quick, and he came back strongly. This was the area where he dominated. It was in the breaststroke, and then he came home in the freestyle and paid special attention to Christian Sadi over in lane 6, also going along very, very quickly. Keeps on astounding me is the performance of Erin Puts when it comes to breaststroke.
Absolutely, breaststroke is his favorite stroke, and but he's got to open a gap now because Ethan will definitely come back at him on the freestyle. But look at Christian Sadi, they're on the outside. I mean, this boy is just phenomenal. He's trying to go for under 2:39, so let's see. I mean, he's still well on target for it.
Okay, so Christian Sadi holding on to second spot. This is going to be a terrific finish as Erin Puts opens up the freestyle and final leg of this IM. As you heard Theo say, that this is definitely where Paulser is going to make a comeback. But Erin Puts has opened up a significant lead, and Christian Sadi currently lying in second place in his classification. So first in that classification. But here he goes. Erin Puts will power home, and this is going to be a great time for Erin Puts, doing so in a time of 2:31.11. Erin Puts will be astounded with that.
That was an amazing swim. He's got it. 2:35.70 from Christian Sadi. Wow, what a swim. That's going to place him very high in the world. That is a phenomenal swim for him, and that's also a PB.
Yes, looking at those times, 2:31.11 from Erin Puts, Paulser 2:36.74, Christian Sadi 2:35.70. I can't get over these times. So what does that mean in the grand scheme of things, looking at those times, F, yeah?
Well, the thing is, this is one of his main para events, one of the main events that he definitely has a medal potential, and swimming that 2:35 is amazing. I think that his previous PB was a 2:38, so dropping his time by 3 seconds is amazing.
Oh, I saw you look over to the stands there and the celebration that were going on. Tell us a bit more about that. You were paying close attention there.
I think I was looking at their reaction on the split, and seeing them jumping up and down, I knew that he had a good swim there.
So looking back at this performance that we saw a little earlier.
I mean, look at that focus from Christian Sadi.
Wow.
So a little bit slow off the blocks, but that is with his disability. But once he hits the water, he's phenomenal underwater, so strong. And you can see butterfly is one of his really favorite strokes, and freestyle. But Putsi actually pulled out a huge margin on that last 50 over Ethan. So I think coming off that breaststroke, Ethan was a little bit tired, and I don't think he wanted to chase him down.
And just confirmation once again, Erin Puts and Paulser were competing in the same classification, and Christian Sadi in a different one, so dominating matters in that respect.
That is phenomenal. I mean, 2:35.70 is really an amazing swim.
Oh, congratulations to those swimmers in the men's 200 IM as we move over to the next event. Spoke about being sad. I'm looking at this list. We're going to be finished pretty quickly tonight. Only 4 more events, and actually 5, because we're going to bring in Olivia Null at the end. And Olivia Null yesterday swimming in the 100 backstroke, she clearly slipped.
Correct, and I'm not going to jinx it again, and I'm not going to talk about anything that happens in the pool, except that you will have a much better race tonight.
Yeah, I like the sound of that. Unfortunately for Olivia Null, missing out yesterday because of that slip. But she has been given an opportunity to redeem herself because it was an apparatus failure, and she'll be involved in a time trial. And we've seen a few time trials take place over the course of the last couple of days, probably the most prominent being that of Kayleen Corbett last night.
Absolutely, and she had an amazing swim. We saw that she had a bad start in the final against Tatiana, getting a second opportunity. Obviously, Rocco thought about this and giving both his swimmers an opportunity to race another time. Played in her favor. She utilized with having no pressure on her, yet it is also very difficult. But I mean, phenomenal swim to get herself a qualifying time for Tokyo at 2:25.
Yeah, I'm really glad that Olivia Null's getting another crack at it, another bite of the cherry, so to speak, because we could see how devastated she was afterwards. And remember, you were speaking about how slow that start was for her, and it was clear to see for all concerned. So, yeah, holding thumbs that we don't see a replication of that tonight. And nice high fives all round between Erin Putz and Theo. Yeah, he's a happy guy. Eh?
He's very happy, and rightfully so. I mean, that was a solid final swim for him, you know. And I'm so happy for him that he can smile, get out of the pool, and still be smiling.
Moving over now to the women's 100 breaststroke. It is heat 1, or the B final, theoretically. And this is going to be a cracker. Mbite, Ferro, Butcher, Meyer, Kuhn, De Toy, Paljak, and Engelbrecht. 2 swimmers from KZN. We've got a couple of Gauteng swimmers, also from Tshwane. The Zambian, Paljak. And away they go. We've also got a local favorite in Kate Meyer out in lane 4. Nice start from her, getting into the water fairly quickly on her outside. Georgia Butcher going along nicely too. Emma Kuhn looking strong. Kate Meyer starting to make her presence felt. Also going along nicely for Zambia's Paljak. Good start. Very nice start. You can see she's already pulling ahead. I think she's really eager to get onto that wall, and then she's got to work it back. And as we said in breaststroke, it's very difficult to be up ahead. You don't know who's coming and what's coming at you, but it's always nice to get to the wall on that turn to actually watch where, or actually be able to see underwater where the rest of the opposition is. Kate Meyer out in front, only slightly ahead of Paljak. A nice comeback from Paljak from Zambia, but Meyer holding on to top spot for now. Let's see how she will pull away, if she does. Also on her outside, Emma Kuhn going along nicely, as is Georgia Butcher.
And she's still looking good. She's still comfortable.
Very much
but normally, those last 15 meters is where it starts burning a little bit more, and the lactate is coming in, and we've got one of the SEAL swimmers coming up there.
Yeah, we have Emma Kuhn looking to go good. Emma Kuhn looks to overtake Meyer. Who's going to beat it to the touch? It is Emma Kuhn gets the win right at the death. 1:13.59, just ahead of Kate Meyer. Wow, what a finish.
That was a good finish. We didn't see that happening in the last 15, and once again, you're never out of the race until you hit the wall. So you got to keep on going all the way until you stop. You cannot stop racing before the wall.
Confirmation of those results. Emma Kuhn getting the win. 1:13.59. Kate Meyer in second place. 1:13.78. And Georgina Butcher rounding off the top 3. 1:15.60. Having a look at the Tokyo qualifying time. 1:07.07. No one there getting close. But I think we might have someone coming close tonight, yeah?
We definitely will be looking out for Van Niekerk. She trains with Eugene out of PAC in Pretoria. He's done a phenomenal job with her, dropping a whole second this morning on a PB, and she looked comfortable. I think Tatiana might do her a favor by trying to pull her out on the first 50, and if that's the case, and if she can focus properly on the last 50, maintaining a stroke, we might see another qualification there.
So Tatiana Schumacher already having qualified for Tokyo. She also holds the SA and African record in this event, 1:05.89. Of course, we all know what she did over in the 200 breaststroke, beating her own record in that too earlier this week. She has been a sensation and one of South Africa's supreme medal hopes going to Tokyo. So she'll be in action in a minute or two's time as we ready ourselves for this, A final of the women's 100 breaststroke. She is without a doubt one of the best ambassadors for the sport in South Africa.
Absolutely. The way she carries herself, being humble, down to earth, the way she speaks, what an amazing ambassador for South Africa, and also just a role model to the young up-and-coming swimmers. We've had a lot of our para guys going to take photos with her, and she's always willing just to have a chat and spend time with everybody, and that's phenomenal. That's what you want to see in a role model.
Yeah, without a doubt. She is a superstar and her star is only rising with every swim that she competes in. So watch out, Tatiana Schumacher will be competing as well. Caitlin De Lange, Emily Fossati, Kaylin Corbett, Tatiana Schumacher. We've got Vannikak, Mendel, Opperman, and Marlies Ross. So some very big names about to take to the pool. Going to confirm that Tokyo qualifying time once again, 107.07. So Vannikak's best is 107.39.
That was amazing swim, and that's how close it is. And I don't think you can throw away Kaylee Corbett as well. Her PB is also a low 108. If she gets her head right and just stick with these girls, she's also going to get very, very close.
Yeah. This is going to be a big one, folks. Hold on to your seats. It is the women's 100-meter breaststroke. Olympic dreams on the line. We see another person booking their ticket to Tokyo. You can actually see the crowd realizing what's about to take place. Seated on the edge of their seats, watching closely.
Correct. Nobody is talking anymore. All their eyes are down at the start here. So it's amazing to see.
So we'll stop talking and let the action speak for itself. Let's take it away. The women's 100 breaststroke. Stand by. Here we go. And away they go. Good start, as always, from Schumacher. Vannikak just behind her. Kaylin Corbett going along nicely as well. But Schumacher opening up a lead already. That being said, Kaylin Corbett looking very, very good as well. But Schumacher making her presence felt quickly.
Absolutely. But you can't throw away Laura there on the left side of her. Laura actually went out a little bit harder than Tatiana, but obviously Tatiana will go out probably around about 30 or 30 high. So it's going to be interesting to see how they come back.
Tatiana first at the wall, just ahead of Vannikak. Very good effort from these two. Kaylin Corbett swimming over in lane 3. But have a look now. Remember that Tokyo qualifying time, 107.07. Tatiana's record, 105.89. And there they go as they edge towards the 25-meter mark. A quarter of the race left, and it's Tatiana Schumacher out in front, just ahead of Vannikak. 107.07 is the time we are looking for. Look at them go. Tatiana Schumacher, Vannikak, Corbett on the outside. Schumacher in front. Schumacher powers ahead. She reaches through and she touches in a time of 105.74. And she beats her own SA record.
That is phenomenal. I mean, what a last 25. Phenomenal swimming. She held on to a stroke and she hit the wall properly. I mean, 105.74.
Tatiana Schumacher has done it again. Another record in the bag. Swimming it in 105.74. The previous time was at 105.89.
And Laura, unfortunately, didn't have the turn that she had this morning. It cost her. I mean, you could see that Tatiana came off. She opened up the gap, and she was fighting to come back at it the whole way.
Yeah, you can hear the celebrations emanating here in the stadium. South African and African record for Tatiana Schumacher, 105.74. Laura Vannikak just missing out, 107.40. The Tokyo time needed was 107.07. There's nothing in that. And I remember a quote not too long ago when they were talking about Phil Mickelson and Tiger Woods in golf, and they said that the only reason why Phil Mickelson became as good as he was because of the competition he had with Tiger. And you can apply that to Vannikak because you can see how much she pushed herself with Schumacher next to her.
Absolutely. She went stroke for stroke on the first 50. But like I said, after that turn, it was a hard going to bring it back. But you know what? All credit to her and her coach, Eugene. They've done a phenomenal job.
Confirmation of that time, 105.74. Tatiana Schumacher breaks another SA and African record. She owned the previous one, as has been the case throughout this event. Whenever she breaks it, she's just breaking her own. But take nothing away. That was an astounding swim. Well, I'm excited for Tokyo now, Theo.
And you can see that turn. Laura just took a little bit too long on that wall. You got to hit the wall hard and come off to maintain that momentum.
That was a superb swim from Tatiana Schumacher. Another record in the bag from the 23-year-old out of Tux, beating her teammate Van Niekerk, and Kayleen Corbett also doing well in that 1:08.88. Corbett, of course, yesterday in the time trial for the 200, managing to book her place to Tokyo. 3 events to go. We move over to the men's. We've got the B final coming up. Tehran, LaRue, Bedison, Staines, Ashton, Keelock, Martindale, and Brown. Also promises to be a humdinger.
Definitely, I'm looking forward to this one. These guys are getting closer and closer to the qualifying time, and as you can see, the SA record 58.49, and they got to go 59.9 to actually qualify for this event. So that's a tough ask.
It is an extremely tough ask. The time between the SA and the Tokyo qualifying time, the SA record 58.46 held by Cameron van der Berg. No surprises there, set back in 2012, and the Tokyo qualifying time just over a second clear, 1.5 about 59.93. So there's hardly anything in it. Look at the celebrations there. It's amazing to see the congratulations, just missing out on time, but Tatiana not so much. But yeah, they're very, very happy for her.
Absolutely. Great teammates, and they train together, and obviously when they do well, they celebrate together.
Moving over now to the men's 100 breaststroke. Tehran, LaRue, Bedison, Staines, Ashton, Keelock, Martindale, and Brown. The third last event of the night. Sad that we're going to be wrapping things up so quickly here in Quebec.
Always good to see guys being relaxed before the start of 100 breaststroke.
Giving plenty of thumbs up to the cameras. They're ready to roll. Let's do this. Staines in lane 4. Quicker seat time of 104.47. The only man to dip below 105. And in they go. Staines no slouch off the blocks very quickly in there, as was Ashton Keelock swimming out of Benoni. Nice to see him in action, but Staines getting off to a good start.
That was a very good start from him, and you can see he's going to motor out, and whoever wants to chase him is going to chase him. That's a nice thing about breaststroke. You've got the guys that wants to swim the first lap hard, or the guys that's going to come back at the Oaks that's in front and rather work on the second 50.
So a very good performance so far from Bedison. And nothing to choose between Bedison and Staines as they head towards the second and final lap. Also looking fairly good out in lane 8. Andrew Brown going strong, but this is where it's all going to come down to. Staines and Bedison looking very good. Staines trying to edge slightly ahead. Also looking good, Luke Ashton going along strong. But it is Staines who is slightly in front now. And he's increasing that gap. Ashton just outside him. Staines will not be tested though. Staines cruises to the victory. It's a battle for second place. Who got there first?
Very, very good swim.
I think Luke Ashton just managed to get second place. That was a tremendous performance from Jaden Staines. 1:03.64. We'll wait for confirmation who grabbed that second spot. I think it was Luke Ashton indeed did 1:04.60. And Kian Keelock grabbing third, 1:04.71.
And that's PB for Ashton. I know we were chatting to him a little bit early on, and he's basically dropped now 2 seconds from his morning swim.
Very impressive from Luke Ashton. But congratulations, Jaden Staines with the victory in this, the B final, 1:03.64. So following that great race, let's head downstairs to chat to South Africa's golden girl, Tatiana Schumacher.
And we've got Tatiana Schumacher with us after her Africa and South Africa record in the 100 meters breaststroke. It seems like we can't get enough of Tatiana. She's in front of the camera a lot these days, so humble and doing so well. How did you feel about that race, taking it out quite fast in a 30.9, but you brought it back strong? So yeah, how did you feel about that?
To be honest, I was so focused on Laura because she had such an amazing swim this morning, and I was just hoping she would qualify as well. So the whole race was about, as I touched the wall to turn, I was just waiting for Laura to touch and to see what her time was, that I didn't even see my own time and only realized after when I was hugging Kayleen. So yeah, I'm very happy with that. Didn't expect that at all, wasn't going for that, but yeah.
Yeah, hopefully Laura will get another chance, as she was super close this morning and super close again this evening. Another young prospect for South Africa female swimming. So thank you for your mentorship of her, and good luck with the rest of the gala. I think all your main events are over now, is that correct?
Yeah, I'm done finally. But we just had the 4x1 relay left, so I have to focus on that still.
Thank you so much, Tatiana, in your new awesome purple Speedo suit.
Thank you very much, David Glover. That just says it all in terms of the camaraderie and the teammates' efforts, because, I mean, she said it. She wasn't concerned about her time. It was all about how Laura would do.
Absolutely. I think getting more people to qualify has always been nice, and these girls have just got such a good bond. They don't even train together, and they're still good friends. Obviously, when they get into the pool, it's it's all about racing, but outside the pool, we just saw that. And I mean, that's a person. That's our ambassador right there, just getting the youngsters to swim faster.
Well done, Tatiana Schumacher. Heartbreak for Laura van Niekerk, but as you heard David say, I mean, her future's so bright. I mean, we can just expect that she may just edge into there eventually with Laura.
Oh, yes. I hope that they're going to give her a second chance tomorrow morning. I think the only time that she can swim at time trial will be in the morning. So I hope her coach is rushing down to get that money in and book her place.
The men's 100 breaststroke final about to begin. And away they go. Watch out for Elric Besson over in lane 4. Crawford in lane 5. Jared Pike had a very good swim this morning. This is going to be a tight one, folks. The penultimate race of the evening. The men's 100 breaststroke final. The A final. Theo.
Once again, you're looking in lane 3 there with Jared Pike at 30 years old. He came back from the States where he lives now, and he's been swimming really well this whole week. But this is going to be a good one. These guys need to turn in 28. And it looks like it's 29. So they just need to make sure that they work their stroke rate coming back.
And Crawford was quick at the turn over in the first lap. Also, Elric Besson looking good, but this is going to be a very, very tight finish. Jared Pike looking good in lane 3. Besson looking very good in lane 4. And his outside, we've got Crawford, but so far it is Besson leading the way ahead of Pike and Crawford. Besson looking very strong. Besson opening up more than a body length clear, and he'll take the victory. And who gets second? I think second place going away with Crawford, with Pike coming in third, if I'm not mistaken. Pike did get third position. Elric Besson, 101.29.
Yeah, a little bit slower than this morning. Obviously, he dipped under 101. So I think he wanted to go down to that 59. But turning on 29, you really got to work hard to come back. So these guys were obviously a little bit tentative on racing each other rather than focusing on the time.
Elric Besson, I mean, he's probably the sleeper star of this entire event, given the fact that he's a local boy. We heard David Glad a lot that still needs to be learned.
His twin brother that actually came in 4th position. So very talented boys. His brother actually swims, Allard actually swims butterfly as well. He swam in the 100 fly early on. So they're just very talented.
Yeah. Congratulations, Elric Besson, on that victory. Very impressive performance from the Besson brothers. A 1st and 4th place emerging from Utenay, just down the road, if I'm not mistaken. The congratulations between the competitors. Dragons, I know that swim school.
Yeah, it stands out nicely there, and you can see that they're also very good friends. It's just great. Back in the days, we didn't have a lot of camaraderie. This is much better.
So let's head downstairs quickly to hear from Kayleen Corbett.
And yeah, that was amazing to watch last night. You looked so calm and controlled, so it must have been a huge relief. Obviously, you had done it before, the year before, but I know for confidence reasons, it must have been amazing to see that time on the board.
Yes, I think it definitely made a difference being able to swim the race at a home pool, especially in PE. I think that's why I was so emotional. I'm not really sure, I haven't pinpointed it yet. But it really was an incredible race to have my friends next to the pool, my teammates, and really just swimming by myself, full guard, and it really did make a huge difference to me.
Well, also a great 100 meters this evening, a 108 for you. That should also help you with the 200 with some speed. So yeah, we're all really proud of you, and it's so great to have two girls in one race at the Olympics. Hopefully we'll get two in the 100 also with Laura. But yeah, we're super proud of you. And what are the plans for the next few months?
So we haven't really planned anything so far. I think the most important thing is just to keep your head down now and carry on until the Olympic Games, which is in 3 months. I didn't realize it was that close. So it's another training cycle, another year. I mean, another training cycle, another time to just carry on training, trying to get better. And yeah, that's all we're trying to do and planning for this next couple of weeks.
Well done, Kayleen. Let's give her a round of applause.
Well done.
Thank you very much, David Glover, chatting to Kayleen Corbett. Kayleen was seated here where Theo was earlier today. Really great to hear from her. And now we move over to the final event of the evening. It is a time trial. Olivia Null in the women's 100 backstroke. Unfortunately for her yesterday, the apparatus failing, so she's been given another chance, and I'm really, really happy to see that because she was devastated.
She was indeed. She really tried hard on that first 50 to make it up, but she ended that race in last place, and I'm glad to just see her trying this again.
Olivia, the sister of Georgia, and they have been superstars here in Quebec, swimming out of the Western Cape. Daughter of Annette Carly. Much better this time around. No apparatus failures, and she is away. Tell us about this time that she's looking for.
She's definitely going to try and shoot for 100. Obviously, last night with that equipment failure, that she came last. So she's going to have to take it out in a high 28, low 29, if she's going to try and get close to that 100.
Olivia Null looking strong. Let's see what she makes at the turn. Swimming out of the Western Cape. She turns in a time of 29.68, Theo.
She's going to have to work it now coming back because this is a very low 100.25, so she's going to have to work, and herself, it is daunting. And you've got no crowds around to cheer you on, so I think she's going to be ending in around about 102 with 102.94.
Okay.
Winning time from last night was also 102.
Winning time last night, 102. We'll confirm that. But yes, so finishing up, Olivia Null, 102.94. Must be extremely tough. I know we mentioned it earlier. You spoke about it now, the fact there are no competitors next to you, either side of you. And yeah, it is very tough not to get those competitive juices flowing and to be tested by your fellow competitors.
Absolutely, and she did a great job. I mean, we had Rebecca Meader that actually swam a 102 last night. So this would have been a really good race had she not slipped.
Oh, but take nothing away from Olivia Null. She has been superb throughout this event here in Quebec, as has her sister Georgia. Really great to see. And these siblings heading down, or heading over to University of South Carolina in a couple of months' time. But let's head downstairs one more time to Alaric Besson.
we've got Larry Besson. Just over this way. We've got Alaric Baston here with us after his great 100 meters breaststroke. I know your time was faster this morning. You had an incredible swim of 1 minute, I think, 8 this morning. Was slightly slower this evening, but 2 great swims. I'm sure you can take a lot home from that, and we're super proud of you. How did you feel that race went?
It was a good race, but I just feel like it wasn't where I really wanted it to be. I just felt like that first 15 meter was maybe a bit too slow. I just couldn't get going, but I can take a lot out from that race, so hopefully next time it will be much better.
Yes, hopefully there'll be another chance, as I think you're looking great at this gala. I think you've won all 3, the 50, 100 and 200, so you got the triple. So good luck for the rest of your preparations. And
just echoing David's thoughts, we said he really has been a great shining example here in the competition. I mean, we spoke about it earlier. He really has. The Basson brothers, superb to see in action.
Absolutely, and as David said, like it's a triple. That doesn't come across your way every day. To take a 50, 100 and 200 breaststroke at trials like this is just phenomenal. I mean, just shows the quality swimmer.
So that wraps up an unfortunately short event here this evening. It really has been great to witness. Congratulations once again to Tatiana Schumacher. Undoubtedly the highlight of the evening, breaking her own Africa and SA record at time, once again doing so in 1:05.75. A big thank you once again to Doug Erasmus, who joined us a little earlier. We wish him all the best of luck as he takes on the 50 free tomorrow. That should be exciting.
That's the big one. Everybody wants to get up and win that 50 free. It is a blue-collar event at Olympics. That's a one for the big boys. 100 free is a big race, but 50 free is where the speedsters hang out. And, I think it's always probably the most watched race at Olympics is the 50 free.
I know it's been a taxing event for you, because when people hear you commentating, they think, okay, that's just your job. That just applies to me. You, on the other hand, this is when you get a bit of a break, because when you're not seated here, you're busy coaching, making sure your swimmers do the best that they can possibly do. And I mean, it's sad in a way that tomorrow is the final day, but also you get to have a bit of a rest after tomorrow.
Yeah, we've got a 2-day rest before we head back to our senior national event in Hillcrest in Pretoria, which is over another 4 or 5 days. So a very short rest, and but we're going to finish off the season in 2 weeks' time with the long distance gala in Germiston. So we've been basically on the road. Most of the coaches here has been on the road for the last 7 weeks continuous, except for Easter. So it's been a long haul for us, but with all the changes and with COVID pushing us in different ways, we had to adapt, and obviously we've kept our galas over weekends. This has been the longest one so far, but this is our new norm, and I think after this the coaches are going to take a nice break. Well-deserved break.
Well-deserved indeed. That wraps up another outstanding day of competition. Theo Verster, thanks for joining me as always. It's been an honor and a privilege having you on board. I hope you will be back tomorrow. In fact, I insist that you are back tomorrow, and it's not just me saying it, it's every single viewer. The messages continue to fly in. Bring back Theo. The SA Olympic and Paralympic trials continues tomorrow. Make sure to join us at 9:30 a.m. as we conclude this wonderful event in Quebec. Cheers.
Cheers.